Okay, so let's talk about how to take this crate apart and take the piece out of it. So the piece is held in there using a French cleat, like this. This is attached to the back of the piece and screwed into 3/4 inch plywood. On the back of the crate, there is another one of these cleats. These things lock together like a French cleat does, like this. So this one would be what's on the back of the object, and this is what's attached to the back of the crate. And then you slide in like that. So to remove the piece, what you're going to be doing is lifting it up, straight up, while pushing back against the wall. And once it's clear of the cleat, pull it out. To make sure that the piece is not bouncing around or touching anything inside the crate while it's being shipped, it's actually also attached from the back. There's 6 screws in the back. Those go through this wood into the plywood that is the backing for the piece. That's holding the piece tight against this wall. So let's show you what it looks like inside there when we open it up. First thing you'll do is take all the screws off of the front. Once you got the screws backed out, this just lifts off. And it reveals the piece inside. As you can see, it's not touching anything. These pieces of foam here are just so that when you're removing it from the crate, you don't accidentally bump the sides of the crate and mar the paint. The paint is an ultra flat paint that if you bump it will become shiny and it'll ruin the effect. So once you remove the front of the crate, you can inspect it and see that the piece is in good condition, which fingers crossed it will be. What you'll do then is go around to the back of the crate and remove those 6 screws marked in green. Take them all the way out. Then you should be able to get 2 people. It's going to take 2 people to grab it, like so, while pushing back, lift up, and then you should be able to pull it out. If you run into this foam, which is there to protect the top from getting marred, and you can't get enough play, which you should be able to, I've done it, you can just pull this foam off and remove it. It's just stapled in. Making sure that somebody's here to make sure that you don't hit the top of the crate with the piece. Again, that'll mar the paint. I don't recommend using gloves. I found the gloves to be kind of slippery. So I would recommend just 2 people, wash your hands very thoroughly first and make sure their hands are dry. Then you should be able to handle it really well. Try not to grip the front of it too much, just sort of supporting it around the sides. Once you pull it off the wall, you can set it down horizontal and then prepare for your installation. I'll talk about that next. So on the back of the piece is one of these, and on the back of the crate is also one of these. That's going to be the hanging apparatus that's going to go on the wall. So you remove the one from the crate and put it on the wall. It's really simple to install, but the most important thing is that you give it some play. They're designed to fit perfectly flush like that, but almost no wall is perfectly flat. So I recommend, in order to be able to slide down in there and catch, you leave the screws very slightly loose. It'll still have plenty of support for the piece. Put in as many screws as you can, based on the thickness of the wall material, and if you can try to hit a stud or not. To level it is pretty straightforward. The piece is designed to hang in a certain way, and we want this to be perfectly level so the piece doesn't want to slide off. So you put in 1 screw, get your level, put the level on it. Once it's level, put in your other screw on the other side, on the opposite side. So put in a screw over here and then put in one there. And now you got it level, you can go in and attach all your other screws. So that's it. Pretty straightforward. Once you've figured out what the height of this is, I'll send instructions about this as well, but the height of this is where you want the center of the piece, so say 59 on center, plus 3 inches, right? So if I'm gonna go for 59 on center, which is what looks really good with this piece, by the way, I don't know how high you're gonna hang it, but it's 59 on center, then this could be 62. You just add 3 inches, and that'll be where you screw this in. It's not so finicky that it matters whether or not that 62 is at the bottom of this or the top of this. It's just whatever, maybe split the difference. But that's where so the center of the piece is right here, about 3 inches below this. So figure out what you want center to be, add 3 inches, that's where you put your hanger. Pretty straightforward. When it comes time to install the piece, you just lift it up, look down the side like this, like I'm gonna be looking down the wall so that I can see the side of that thing. 2 people again holding it and then setting it on and letting it slide down and catch. That's it.